Okay guys, I know you've been waiting patiently, and I'm not the expert at this, but I've sheeted a lot of wings in my time, back in the old pattern days, but we used big heavy blocks back then. This time we're going to step it up, modernize a little bit with the vacuum bagging system. So the first thing I did was, this is the canopy front cover, okay, top front of the plane there, can go in the front. I use construction paper. I love this stuff. I use it a lot when I build. But I took and laid it down, traced it out, okay, and then marked it on my plywood and cut it. Before I marked it on the plywood, what I did here was I'm using extra light balsa. I clamped them all together, sheets of it, and sanded all of these so that they butt perfectly good together. Okay, so they're all perfect. And then tape them this way. If you can't tape them this way, you'll get bows in it. So they're all taped this way. Okay. Then I took the very fancy, whatever cheap dime store hairspray you can get, and sprayed this wood. Okay. Sprayed it up. That's going to seal it up so that the resin doesn't soak through it. It's going to help hold it, we hope. Okay. I'm using the West system, which is pretty much what everybody uses now. And everything I'm doing here, I learned from Terry Wiles. If you look him up, he's got way better videos than me, probably. But and so I've got the hardener here and the resin. And the nice thing about this system is one pump each is exactly equal. That's what you want. It's, you know, it's a no-brainer. You don't have to worry about did I mix enough of one or the other. Okay, one thing I did forget to get out was my roller, so let me grab that real quick. As you can see, I'm prepared. Okay. You want a very fine roller, very fine, you know, foam. You don't want one that's real thick and hairy. You don't need a lot of the resin. So what we're going to do is we're going to go for it. And this will be my first time right along with you guys. So let's see here. I'm going to do one. Probably more than enough. I'm going to do two. I'm going to mix up too much. Okay. There we go. That's an equal amount. Now it's clear. Okay, so that's hard to see when you cover every area, and I like, this is, Terry showed me this, it's very cool. Okay, just need a couple drops in there. It won't hurt it. It's not going to take anything away from the bonding at all. It'll be just fine. But turns it red, pinkish red, just a drop or two, and that way you can see what you're doing. And I've mixed up more than enough, but rather do that the first time. Although it's easy to add because it's easy to measure what you're pouring here. Okay, so once you think you got it all mixed, mix it again. That's what my dad always taught me. Measure twice, cut once, mix twice. Okay, so we've got it mixed up. Yeah, it's probably more than enough. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, the roller's going to soak most of it up the first time here, so a little more out there. Okay. Okay. There we go. You want to get, you know, good coverage, obviously. That's an obvious. But you don't need it thick. You don't want puddles. Puddles are just going to get heavy and soak through. You don't need that. This stuff is... I've used this stuff actually on boats. This is phenomenal resin. So, I'm actually going to put just a tad more. Not much. Just being a new squeegee, it soaked up a lot. It's kind of thin. So, vacuum bagging is going to really suck this down on there, though. It's going to come out good. So we get it all nice and even. I think we got it. I think we're good and even there. Okay. all that aside, out of the way, because we're going to need lots of room here. I got way too big of a bag. I know it's a long video. I don't know what else to tell you. Okay, so get some. Okay, set this aside. Open this up. Now, I've bought big bags, bigger than I need. So, you know, I'm not going to roll it all the way. I use this to stop right here. And this is a latching system. It's very cool. Put the bag on there. I hope you can see it. Squeeze it down in there. It locks it and you pull it out. Okay. Easy. Really easy to do. Right? So, move this up here a little bit. And let's see. Where's our arrow? There we go. Put this on there, line it up, hopefully get it lined up there. Okay, be hanging over just a tad, I hope you can see this. Okay. Very good, very good. Put that in there just exactly, okay. And there we go. So we got it in there. Okay. Keep that resin. Now you want to tape it up. Okay. Not do what I do. Okay. Make sure keep it straight. We slid because I moved, so I'm gonna slide it up. There we go. Gonna redo that. I'm not happy with that one, guys. There we go. Takes more coordination than your video instructor has. That's part of the problem. Okay. I cut this a little small. What I think part of my problem is I should have cut that wood a little bit bigger. But it's going to work. Especially with the vacuum bag because it's going to pull it pretty tight. Okay. More. Now, in the old days, we just take and put these big blocks on there. The problem is, you really don't get that good of a compaction there. It doesn't really, you can't close it up that good like that, right? We're going to make it like it's one piece, completely bonded in there, okay? All right, now we're ready for this to go in the bag. Bagging system comes with this felt so that the air soaks through, right? I'm going to put this in there, okay? Just like that, okay? I've cut 2 sticks of an old yardstick, and I really made the bag too big, but anyhow. I'm going to go like this. That's going to help pull it down where we need it to be tight as we put the air in, okay? I'm going to pull it right down onto there. And one of them's too big, so hopefully we don't shake this too much. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. And then we have a piece of cardboard. It's going to go under this right here. That's so that that air can not get, it doesn't get stuck. It helps the air suck out of there. Now what I'm going to do And all of this this stuff is I get from ACP, and they're a great company. I've been getting stuff over there for a long time. There we go. Okay, and we're going to put the latch in there. You don't want to get any wrinkles in this when you do it right here, because you'll never get all the air out. So you gotta make sure you get it smooth. Okay. Get lucky. Go all the way. More here. A little bit of a kink in there, so get that out. Okay, now to help it, I'm going to just try and get some of the extra air out of there, because otherwise it's going to take a while to vacuum all that air because I'm using such a big bag. But we'll get it. I did a practice run. It took about 5 minutes to get all this air out, and then the pump shuts off. Okay, we're sealed up. So I'm going to turn on the Easy Vac. Okay, this is from ACP. I think it's about $150. Fairly reasonable. And we're going to turn that on. You can't even hear it. It's so quiet. I was surprised how quiet that was. Okay. Now we're going to start sucking the air out of that. After this is done, it's going to sit overnight. I don't have fast dry epoxy. Being a virgin to this, I decided to go with the regular, not slow, not fast, just regular. Okay. Oh, one thing I should have done was cut some of these tips off, because they can break from the pressure, but they don't hang out very far. I'm not too worried about on this. On the wings, that'll be different. So we're sucking the air out, and I guess I'll just let the video run. You can watch all the air come out. And let me get it off of there and give you guys a close-up. Get all the tape out of there. What a maze. Okay. Alright, so let me show you the easy pump. Okay. It goes right to this. Okay. And that's sucking the air out. We got the cardboard under that felt. That felt will help get all the air out of there, so it doesn't seal up. Okay. And here's the resin, the West system. This stuff's very easy to use. Not cheap, but very easy to use. Okay. Here's what the epoxy, this is what the resin looks like. I just use regular RIT dye. That's all. And we're getting some air out. A lot of guys use a vacuum to get the big air out first, you know, and get this sealed over the end and just suck the last of that air out. And I do have a wet dry vac. I probably should have done that, but let's see how we do here. So that's basically it. We'll see how the end result turns out. Hopefully it'll be okay. But in the meantime, these are over here. I got all the everything that I'm going to be vacuum packing. Stabs, the rear deck, the bottom of the fuse, everything. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more items to vacuum bag. So I'm going to try and do multiples too of some of those. Stack 2 in a bag, or do 2 bags with a Y connector with the hose. So there's something to pass time. You can look at my extra while I'm bagging. Okay, so we're finally getting somewhere there. Getting some air out. I tested it, and it was about 4 minutes, I guess, to get it out before. So we'll see how long this takes. Hopefully we'll get it down pretty quick, and that way you can see what it looks like all bagged. I don't know if you can hear that. That's as loud as it gets. It's amazingly quiet. Again, if you really want to see some expert videos, check out Terry's custom. Terry Wild. I've been speaking to him a little bit during this build. He's